presentation of...
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year. Be in the building. It's a battle to raise it in midfield between the Baltimore Ravens and the Seattle Seahawks. The eyes of the world are watching, and there is one story. See, answer. Can they complete, Brock, an undefeated season, which would be just the second that the NFL has ever seen?
And you know that champagne is not only on ice in that locker room, it's also on ice down in Miami as they pop that champagne. Those Dolphins at 72, the last team to actually do the whole journey undefeated. But remember, they only had 14 games in the regular season. This crew, they've achieved it through 17 games, a brutal postseason. Here they are.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19 Tigers, 19 Tigers, go!
Running for the first down with a man out of Florida State. And there's the stop. He's got 9 yards on first down.
Kind of seems to me like somebody was just kind of waiting for prime time. Brought his best out the very first carry and got us off and running.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go! Cowboy 80!
They're throwing it. Pass into the hands of Devontae Walker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He gets 6 on that play.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Let's go.
Here's Derrick Henry getting on the ground. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
See, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
2nd down pass play coming. Rolling into enemy territory. With 18 yards out of it, and a new 7 downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. On his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Ready. Ready.
Setting up to throw. Has him over the middle. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Ready.
Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25.
Tag. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Give right up the gut to Hill. Giving fire on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
Humble 5-6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Throwing now off the play action. Shovel pass complete. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going.
Cowboy 80. Here we go. Set. Ready, ready.
They'll give it to him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Well, they are definitely being aggressive here on the big stage. They're going for it on 4th down early. Trying to push this past the marker. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. We keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go!
Right up the gut. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action and makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Here's Tyler Luke, now on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks,
Here comes Williams on the return. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. We just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play. And they just do.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Remember in our defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Here's a nickel look by the Seahawks. 3rd down.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him on the crossing line. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense ended up for 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Henry has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal.
brings up 2nd and goal.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he's caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens pull out in front further, 13-zip. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Here's Luke for the point after.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former 3rd overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness. But I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Out of gun. Here's Donald. He's moving up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough third down.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. They can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game, and that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Third and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Flipping through, Brock, that certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
Shoots away from one. He's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
At the 29-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. First and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. 61. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. We'll get you back to Atlanta after this. Three more quarters to go. We're back for the second frame here of Super Bowl 61. They'll start out with third and maybe a couple inches at most. Another run for Henry. And this one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up fourth down.
Third and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, the defense is energized with that stop.
Oops, knocks it through. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Well, nice for this offense to know that even when they don't find the end zone, they can still come away with some points and keep up an awfully impressive pace they've set for themselves.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. He's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets crushed by a big hit. Oh, man. Right at the 25 to end it. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. And things starting to get a little out of hand for them, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. He strides quickly, headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
From the gun, Donald. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. He brings this one back. Touchdown, Baltimore off the pick six. Ooh, partner, this has gotten out of hand early. That pick six, the latest play, pushing us towards a blowout.
Yeah,
The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens make it a 24-point ball game.
Seahawks, nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Fielded at the 7. It's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Donald coming back after the pick. That's complete to Coleman out left. And he's brought down after a short gain.
To number 87.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet. That's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
With a quick pass out one. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. Down, they need 7. Air it out on 3rd. Walker gets the first and more. Down the left sideline he goes. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown.
I think he'll take his highlights however. He can get him on a handoff, in-off pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball. He gets the touch. He can do his damage big time.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. The Seahawks pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now.
Seahawks 7.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And they get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line. Coach Don Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Viking 18. Cougar 19. Ready to
And now down hill. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. And Muffet bringing that play to a halt. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd
Here we go.
and 9. At the 18-yard line.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
60 Bison. Ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Connects on the crosser. And dodge the tackle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Gets a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So a fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Go. Go.
He gets to Henry on the inside handoff. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Byron Murphy there to make the play.
You'll take the result in the NFL every time. Nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Throwing on second. Completed over the middle. He's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Ready?
First and 10 from the 43.
Tag. 19 Tigers.
Looking to throw here. Finds him on the slant. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB, and it's also great versus man or zone. They're really...
I mean, they're running right, and they blocked it! They blocked it! And they're not able to transform the block into 2 points. He's tackled short, and they get nothing following the touchdown.
You know, it really does, Kate. When you see that point blocked, it just deflates. You feel like the whole sideline gets deflated, but I'll tell you what else it does. It puts a little seed of doubt and thought into your kicker and your special teams, and you hate that. You really do. You want those guys playing with as much confidence as your offense and defense is, so making sure you get your kicker right and that special teams unit right, that's going to be hugely important here down the road.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. Play fake. Donald. Ravens get him. Down he goes. And the drive begins with a right first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field in more than a second or two.
And it rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Donald with it on 3rd and short. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Just a minute, 59 seconds remaining in our first half of football. More from Inglewood and Super Bowl 61 coming up. Fielded at the 11. He's going to wind up in the red for this play, back at the 8. The Ravens and Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock, so high hopes again for this upcoming series. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10.
Stephanie! 18 Cardinal, 18.
Back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did. We've got a Seahawk that is injured out there. They're going to tend to him now.
Ready.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 60 back.
Here's a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stops. He's 9 yards on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give the quarterback a chance.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
I think that's a little little taster, little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he could do it right there.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready! 70 Lions!
Handoff headed right to Henry. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Leonard Williams applying the hit there. Now we'll see the medical team head out. The Seahawks have an injured player. He's in some obvious pain there. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Throw here, 3rd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Number 85. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Baltimore.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Ready, right?
Throwing now on 1st down. Comes quickly on the slant. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
And the Raven first down.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Get it! Panther 60! Panther 60!
They're going to try and throw it here. Escapes out to the left. The left side caught by Andrews. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. It's 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Like it!
He's going to throw it again. Cut out left. He's going to be stopped, but not before doing some damage. He's down to the 12. They get 23 on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And set. Here we go. 1st down.
Let's go! Cowboy 80!
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Let's go now. Mustang 19. Bronco 80.
Throwing here just before halftime. Escapes the pocket. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens piling it on going into halftime. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Managed that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Here's Luke for the point after. And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. So we've reached the half here in the Super Bowl, and we know our pal Scott Hansen has been watching intently. He's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Enough waiting. Let's crown a champion, shall we? The second half of the Super Bowl is underway. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him. Down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks sending their offense out to begin the third quarter. This has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. First call here coming from the shotgun. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Brock, add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Darnold looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking.
Isn't moving up. They're able to drop it. That is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, got to play with a sense of urgency. Got to protect your quarterback. And they didn't either.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Brought down before the return gets far. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. And inside the give to him. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Could lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. On a more aggressive call on second.
Here's the backup. First throw. Finds him over the middle. He's still going at the 30. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Flying down the middle of Henry. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job 1, so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. You don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
They'll run now on 2nd down. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, Brock, the grab game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens grow their lead yet again.
Ravens 44, Seahawks 7. Tyler Boone to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here comes Williams on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go.
We go, Sack.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And there's a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
We go, Sack.
Now Darnold off the play action. In the hands of his running back, Walker. And he crosses the sideline, a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm, and I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm.
Space on the right, he's got room. And this gets the whole way down to the 11-yard line.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end, and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He wants defense to make it a much bigger game. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. This one's caught. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
I got a sense, Kate. He went to bed last night dreaming, can I get a sack? Can I find a way to get to the quarterback? Well, he didn't do it just once. He's now done it twice.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you're looking for on the call sheet.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Coach Don Bonbon sending his Ravens offense back to the field. And as this lead has grown, they have not taken their foot off the gas. No reason to expect them to slow down now on what could be a 4th consecutive touchdown drive. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he strides quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The presence presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8. I don't know, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, then
And he'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Nice. It is caught left side. He's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. First and 10 from the 43.
First down, Ravens.
They toss right side to Henry. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's out a yard or two shy of the 15. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
all right, Kate, little confession time. And you know what they say, confession, good for the soul, bad for the reputation. I think my most negative grades carrying out fakes were on toss plays like that. Because you toss it, you know it's going for a big play, and all you want to do is watch it and not carry out your fake.
On first and 10, it's Henry. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. Jackson throwing here. Cutting the goal line. Well, he might be close to this league growing again. That play gives him a first and goal.
First and goal, Baltimore.
Henry takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game. Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Here's Luke for the point after.
The extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens continue piling onto this lead.
Seahawks 10. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here comes Williams on the return. This makes it up to the 25. That'll do it for 3 quarters here in Super Bowl 61. Just one final act to go in our season. It's Seahawks football. They need to make up this deficit quick for a chance at the title. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Now Darnold. Short pass brought in. And they're all the way across midfield before he was brought down. That goes as a gain of 25 yards. It picks up the first.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Right side, Shaheed's got it. What a hit! into the ground.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. You often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield, and they're taking that short completion.
And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for me to change that time. They've got first down here from the 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard
From the
line.
gun, Darnold. He's got it over the middle. He's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing here, Darnold. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Third and long. They're going to throw. This gets the first and long. They're going to have goal to go as he stopped at the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
6 yards. That's another Seahawks first down. First and goal at the 6-yard
And again,
line.
it's Darnold. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. The Ravens pick it up. He's at midfield. The 30. He's at the 10. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Ravens continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover, they were able to take back. They were looking for another one, and lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it, I felt it, everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway, They wanted to one-up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
Here's Lou for the point after.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens continue adding on to that lead.
Seahawks 10. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that bumper return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So Mike McDonald's getting his Seahawk offense out for another drive. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they've played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
Play fake, Darnold. Connects on the closer. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
47-yard line.
Here's Darnold, first and 10. Complete out to the right. They're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line.
15 yards.
First and 10 from the 32.
Another Seahawks first down.
Here's Darnold. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Just a yard left to go on second down.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the Ravens' 23-yard line.
Sticking to the air here. He's him on the big hitter. And he's got cold at the spot. We'll keep faith for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
I like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Working inside the red zone. Another one caught by Coleman. player reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Has it in close. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks putting up points in a game decided. Jackson Smith-Njigba with the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about distraction and con. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks cut into the lead by another point.
58. Seahawks 17.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. You see the Ravens making their way out now. They're going to win this game, but with touchdowns on 3 straight drives, Brock, you're probably going to want to keep that streak going. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Going to the ground again on 1st. This one held up after just a couple of yards. That makes it 2nd down. Jackson to throw it. Finds him on the crossing route. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
For 1st down, and he's still going. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did. We've got a Seahawk that is injured out there. They're going to tend to him now. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
It's hot! Get hot! What are these?
Out of the gun, Henry. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. Now we'll see the medical team head out. The Seahawks have an injured player. He's in some obvious pain there.
Hold on.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Get hot! Get hot!
Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's got it. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens running them out of the building. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens tack on 7 more to their lead.
Ravens 65. Seahawks 17.
Set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Fields this one at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And And scoring hasn't been an issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. 1st and 10. Darnold. The lateral goes haywire. Live ball. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And the defense piles on at the end here as they take it back for the touchdown. The Ravens throwing 6 more on the blowout.
What's that old line about when it rains, it pours? Well, it's going that way offensively. A poor ball security day, and this defense is making them pay.
Here's the lead for the point after. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Has this at the 6. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Seahawks offense running out now. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a walker run. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Completed over the middle. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Man in motion here. Darnold with it on 3rd and short. Trying to push deep downfield. Big game downfield. There it is. Touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks take 7 points off the deficit. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Coach John Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Playing with King Henry here. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
It's kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical as nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They're going to pass it here. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he has him right near midfield here. That's about a yard short. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Design run. Jackson keeping it. And that does it. The Baltimore Ravens are once again Super Bowl champions. They made it through the regular season perfect. They advanced through those 2 playoff games, and now, Brock, now they can officially call themselves just the second.
Remember, they played 20 games a season, at least 20 games. So we wondered if we'd ever see it happen again, but here we are. Witnesses to history and witnesses to one of the best football.
Sacrifices pay off in the end as they raise that Lombardi trophy. We've been able to join them every step of the way on this journey to the top. So for our incredible crew, my partner here in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. Thank you for joining us this season on EA Sports. We'll see you next time.